I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Route 211 in the Howells section of the town of Wallkill was closed for a time this morning after a motorcyclist was hit by a car shortly after 8 a.m. near the intersection with Top Notch Road. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the motorcyclist lost control of his bike, which slammed into a guardrail. The rider skidded on the pavement and was struck by an oncoming car. The motorcyclist was not immediately identified by police. He was airlifted to Westchester Medical Center for treatment of undisclosed injuries. No tickets were issued to the driver of the car. Check back here later at Record Online for further information. In Matamoras, Pennsylvania, the search is on for the man who robbed a local business at knife point last night. Eastern Pike Regional Police say the man walked into the Smoker's Paradise store, pulled out a knife and threatened the store cashier, then walked out with about $500 in cash. It happened at around 10 p.m. Police were hoping to locate witnesses. It was the fourth time since April that a smoke store has been robbed along Matamoras' Pennsylvania Avenue. The Ulster County Health Department, along with the Federal Centers for Disease Control, are continuing to monitor the Mountain Laurel Waldorf School in New Paltz following confirmation that a boy in the 4th grade had tested positive for measles. 145 students attend the private grade school. Those that had not been vaccinated were sent home after the measles diagnosis was confirmed last Thursday. Since then, those students who've been vaccinated have been allowed to return to class. Children who had been vaccinated against measles cannot be infected by the disease. County health officials believe the boy's infection came during a recent trip with his family that they took to Europe. It's always a good idea to know where you're digging. A contractor found that out the hard way Monday when an excavator ruptured a natural gas pipeline along Route 416 near the Orange County Airport in Montgomery. The gas burned for about an hour and a half before the line could be shut down and repaired. The fire did trigger a few small brush fires that were quickly extinguished. There were no injuries or further damage. It's another step forward in the plan to construct a new Tappan Zee bridge. It was announced today that the Federal Highway Administration's given its final approval for the construction of the $5 billion bridge project to replace the aging 56-year-old Tappan Zee. The federal OK paves the way for the state to award construction bids. Winning bid could be awarded this fall, with actual construction possibly starting by the end of the year. The target date for the opening of the new Tappan Zee Bridge is 2017. It's been attracting more than 500,000 visitors a year. But can the walkway over the Hudson produce more tourism revenue for the Hudson Valley? Today, officials with Scenic Hudson and the Dutchess County Chamber of Commerce were rolling out a program called Walkway as a Gateway to Success. The goal is to provide ways for neighboring communities to direct out-of-area walkway tourists to other attractions and businesses in those neighboring communities. Part of that overall effort includes construction of a 21-story walkway elevator, which officials hope will be completed next fall. If your flight into or out of Stewart Airport was on time in July, count yourself among the lucky ones. According to the Air Travel Consumer Report, Stewart ranked next to last among the region's airports in July, with on-time arrivals just 65% of the time. Departing Stewart flights left on time only about 77% of the time. A flight is considered on time if it arrives or departs less than 15 minutes past the scheduled takeoff or landing time. Passenger traffic is down about 4% for the year at Stewart. And while Stewart's numbers are disappointing, you fared much worse if you used Newark Airport in July, where only 62% of arrivals and departures were on time. And the news was much more encouraging for another of the area's transportation providers. Riders on Metro North's Port Jervis rail line have given the railroad its highest customer satisfaction score ever. Port Jervis line riders surveyed between June 20th and July 12th gave the railroad a 92% satisfaction rate. It was the first Metro North consumer survey since Hurricane Irene damaged tracks and disrupted service more than a year ago. In the survey, several riders praised Metro North for its quick response to the damage. A raincoat and umbrella may be handy things to have tomorrow, especially late in the day. Wednesday will be cloudy with showers in the late afternoon and evening. Temperatures will reach the low to mid 70s. The sun returns Thursday with the highs around 70 degrees under a mostly sunny sky. Make Record Online your source for breaking news and stay on top of all that is happening by picking up tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.